Hi guys, Bran here, and welcome to another commentary video. Today we're going to be talking about how you may be using Bamboozle wrong, or at least incredibly underutilizing the perk. So let's go ahead and get to it. So, the main way that I see Bamboozle mostly underutilized is usually when people are using Bamboozle on M1 killers. Matter of fact, in general, using Bamboozle on M1 killers is kind of a hit or miss kind of playstyle to have. I think characters like Bubba, Billy, or even Myers are really good characters to have Bamboozle on. Because if they can block a window, they can get an instant down potentially very easily, and if not, they still force the pallet down, kick the pallet, and then they can go get that instant down relatively quickly after that. Essentially, that time saved cutting off the window using Bamboozle, you get that down right away and save even more time. So essentially, it's a huge time saver to use it on an insta-down killer, because if you block the window, that means the character, the survivor, goes down right away. Or at least kicks, you kick the pallet, and then you can get them down right away. I think where that falls apart is when you're using an M1 killer. Because if you use an M1 killer in that exact same situation, you block the vault to the window, and they run to the pallet inside of the tile. Then either you get the hit, and then they speed burst to the next tile, or they drop the pallet and you have to kick the pallet, and then you hit him, and then they speed burst the next tile, and the chase essentially starts all over again. The key thing here is when you bamboozle a window with somebody like Bubba or Myers, you at least get the insta down. That's it. That's the end of the chase. The chase remains in that kind of sweet spot of like that 15-20-ish second zone where you want most of your chases to lie. However, an M1 killer, by definition, has to hit people multiple times over and over to get the down. They have to hit them at least twice to get the down. There's no special circumventing of the health states or anything like that. So when you do something like Bamboozle, cutting off the window doesn't really matter, because even if it guarantees you a hit, they're going to use that speed burst from the hit to go to the next tile. So if anything, you're kind of like wasting more time in a weird sense, because even if you get that hit sooner, they're just going to go to the next tile and extend the chase even longer using that speed burst that you just gave them. So it feels like you're putting in a lot of work to try and like mind game to the window, find a time to vault the window that doesn't just give them the pallet for free, and then try to get that M1 hit. And when you finally get that M1 hit, they're able to just zoom away and get to the next pallet and get the next tile and loop that as well and extend the chase even longer, as opposed to playing like Bubba or Billy, where you can just, insta down them and it's time saved. Because that's the point of the perk, right? That's the point of the perk. This is a chase perk that is supposed to save time in chase. But so often I'll see people that are playing Bamboozle, are playing an M1 killer and slap Bamboozle on. They'll actually waste more time in chase trying to get value out of Bamboozle than just straight up chasing them a normal and efficient manner. It's almost to its own detriment to have that perk on. Now, I see a lot of people use Bamboozle on characters like Sadako, and it makes sense to me because I look at a character like Sadako and I see that like this character does not have any way to circumvent loops on her own. She doesn't have anything special besides her passive phasing, which still isn't that great, to try and circumvent loops. So you bring something that helps you circumvent loops because the character doesn't have anything basic to really help them with that. The logic is sound, and you can make it work. I'm not saying it doesn't work, period. You can make it work. However, I personally believe that that perk slot is much better used with so many other anti-chase perks that do exist inside the game. I think that perk slot could be much better used with something like Enduring, Brutal, Stabiffle. Any of these chase perks I feel like would get more value in that slot on an M1 killer than just throwing Bamboozle there. Because a lot of Bamboozle is also kind of like baiting the survivor to make a mistake after you block the window by cutting off one of the resources. But some survivors just are able to chain tiles better and have more awareness, or see that if you're running the tile weird, you may even have Bamboozle. And oftentimes you'll waste time, and they'll be able to just outplay you and run away from the pallet anyway, or run away from the window anyway, and still get to somewhere else safe. Like even N Fury, I think that would be a better use of that perk slot, to have it Enduring and then have a pallet just completely disappear. They can be able to just kind of like intermittently like cut off windows so they don't have access to that vault. Like I feel like it's just over time, if you're trying to save time in chase, I feel like Brutal, Enduring, and Stabiffle can do a way better job of actually doing that than Bamboozle will, at least on M1 killers. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's kind of inefficient to run Bamboozle on M1 killers, or do you think it's actually perfectly fine and it's better than some of the perks that I mentioned, like Enduring and Brutal? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions on this, because I've been running this to a lot when I'm playing Survivor and finding killers, and they tried to like vault over the window. I'm just like, okay, I'll just leave and find something else, and it hasn't really been helping them too much. Maybe I've just been finding dumb killers, but who knows? Let me know down in the comments below. But other than that, I will see you in tomorrow's video, friends. But if I don't, I will see you when I see you. Goodbye.